Jan Młodzinski, number 5. Christian Meczeki, 23. Michał Milosz, 7. Thomas Toeval, number 8. David Krishta, number 9. David Vanacek, number 20. Gaspar Robert, number 11. Daniel Udula, number 12, captain of this team. Egon Szczepanski, number 13. Robert Wojtowicz, number 14. Lukasz Kornecz with number 15. Substitution will be number 16, Dominik Mohila. Number 17, Quentin Czerniński. Number 6, Marcin Wisniewski. Number 19 will be Szymon Prośniak. Number 10 will be Jędrzej Nowicki. Number 21, Przemysław Dobidziacki. Number 22, Nikola Saborit-Zajdow. Number 18, Sylwester Gaska. Coach of the team will be Karol Grabowski, Mac Brachuk, Raf Antoniak, Miro Babriac, Tom Golab, Tom Stepien, Cam Bodling. And the lineup for Luxembourg, Eisenmannschaft, Haut, Mater Nummer 8, Denis Legelin, Mater Nummer 2, Anton Agassi, Mater Nummer 3, Matthew Denis Soto, number 4, Gael Pujadas, number 5, Edward Greybook. And today, the two brothers will play 6 and 7, the Sweetnam brothers, Kai and Chobi! Number 8, Anthony Drennan. Number 9, Lucas Schmidt. Number 10, Quinton Lauder. Number 11, Hugo Bertani. Number 12, Liam Carroll. Number 13, Callum Trees. Number 14, and captain of the team, Christian Olsen. Number 15, Gauthier Barres. Number 16, Thomas Verlac. Number 17, Julian Clavian Timon. Number 18, Stefano Mossolino. And now, the teams. Number 19, Oscar Wagner. Number 20, number 21, Wade Fortiano. Number 22, Dan Lima. Paul Emilian Paul. Number 23, welcome to the players. Please applaud.
Mais tu peux rester là si tu veux.
Welcome to this Rugby Europe Trophy divisional game between Luxembourg and Poland from the Stade de Luxembourg in Luxembourg City. We have very nice skies, we have a sun that's been out all day, warm temperatures at around 20 degrees, perfect conditions for a good game of rugby. Luxembourg will be looking to bounce back from defeat within the same stadium last week to Sweden, who incidentally Poland will face next weekend themselves. This will be a tough challenge for Luxembourg. They've yet to record a victory in this trophy division. Poland, on the other hand, are in the top three, in third place. Having only played 3 games, they will be looking to leapfrog both Croatia and Sweden to jump into first place and further cement that position next week. As always, Luxembourg will look to play a technical game and expect some early kicking for territory. Sweden, as Luxembourg often find in their opposition, will be a stronger pack and will possibly look to play the game a little bit more slowly, a little bit more controlled, as we found when other teams visit the Stade de Luxembourg. So Fintan Lola, the Luxembourg number 10, looks to start the game. And we're off. The kick goes deep into the Poland 22 and the ball is gathered. Poland looking to secure the ruck, taking time. Luxembourg defence camped inside the 22, and Poland clear the ball high up into the air, just over the halfway line, and Barras, the Luxembourg fullback, passes out to Fintan Lola, the Luxembourg number 10, who knocks it back into the Poland goal area, and the ball is cleared up. So Luxembourg have the territory they would want at this stage in the game, just outside the Poland 22. And Luxembourg will look to earn early dividends here, as they did when Croatia visited. And certainly they'll look to get the ball, secure the ball in the line out, which they've done, not so cleanly as they'd have wished. But the ball will go out to the backs now. This is where Luxembourg will look to play, into midfield. Tony Drennan, the Luxembourg number 8, goes into contact. The ball is secured at the ruck. And Luxembourg look to go through their forwards, through their front and second row. And again, Luxembourg into midfield. Ball in hand with their backs. This time the outside centre tries a kick to the corner. Not quite directionally, and Poland will touch down for a goal line dropout. Last week Luxembourg suffered a early disappointment with an unfortunate red card by a clash of heads to their outside centre. So they played most of the game with 14 men, and at times with 13, having a yellow card as well. And now they'll look to face up to the team who have so far appeared to be the strongest in this division. And Luxembourg pushed towards the try line. The ball does go into touch. Seemed to go off the feet of the Luxembourg player there. But as I was saying, Luxembourg with 15 men on the pitch will wish that to remain the case today, because Poland are a very strong team, having beaten the Czech Republic already in this trophy division. Well, indeed, Luxembourg, through that quick kick through into the 22, do have possession again. 5 meters in and they break through, and Luxembourg are the first team to put points on the board. Precisely what Luxembourg want. An early start against this strong Polish team. Some early success there from Luxembourg. They played the kicking game for territory. Poland were not accurate enough to get the territory back, so Luxembourg ended up with possession around the Polish 22, from which they could attack. And indeed, now with 5 points on the board from that try, Luxembourg have the opportunity to add another 2 from the conversion as Fintan Lawler lines up the kick at the posts. Out wide on the left-hand side, Fintan's proved in the past that he's adept at getting such a kick. As the crowd hushes to respect the kicker. An unfortunate kick by Fintan. It looked as if it was going to sneak in, but the far post had something to stay with it, and the ball bounces back. So no additional 2 points for the conversion there. Nevertheless, as we enter the 5th minute of this game, we have a score of Luxembourg 5, Poland 0. Poland restart the game with a deep kick into the Luxembourg 22, which looked as if it was going to be gathered, but the sun is shining down into that area. Seemed to catch the Luxembourg player unawares, resulting in a knock-on. So Poland will have the put-in of the ball inside the Luxembourg 22, and they'll look for an immediate response here.
Let's go, Jenny!
Luxembourg's defence lining up. Much the lighter backline, Luxembourg, which is why they'll look to play a technical fast game. The scrum here needs to be reset. The Polish backs seem a much bulkier unit. And the scrum's reset. And once again, the referee not happy this time, penalising Poland when they were in the perfect position to respond to that early Luxembourg try. And now Luxembourg have the opportunity from the resulting penalty to kick up and get back the territory. This will be Luxembourg's prime objective early in this game. Not to play the game in their own half, nowhere near their own 22. Now they're just inside the Polish half here, with possession at the line out. Luxembourg will look for very quick ball. They'll need to win this ball in the forwards and the line out, and they'll look to get the ball out to their backs and utilise the speed on what's a very dry, warm day. But Poland win the ball back. The Luxembourg defence then push up. And the referee here penalising Luxembourg for a knock-on, so this will result in another scrum for Poland. But compared to a few minutes ago, this is not inside the Luxembourg 22. This is midway into the Polish half. So this will be interesting to see what the Polish tactic will be here. Will they look to run the ball through their heavier backs compared to the Luxembourg backs? But no, the number 8 picks it up for Poland, and he runs into a wall of Luxembourg defenders. A little bit of grappling there in the ruck. Luxembourg's tried to stay offside. The referee is signalling an advantage for Poland. Maybe not. It looked as if he was. I'm not sure the Polish tackler got fully up there. And Luxembourg tried to play it out through their back row forwards. Young Eddie Greybrook there, the Luxembourg second row clearing out at the ruck. And Luxembourg will look to defend in the Polish half. And over again, once again Eddie Greybrook in the action. As Poland swing the ball out to the left wing, through the hands. 2 missed tackles by Luxembourg there, but they don't lose too much territory. Referee signalling to the Luxembourg defence that he wants them to stay honest. He's got his hand out, signalling an advantage there. It seems that Luxembourg are encroaching at the offside line. There's a big heavy challenge by the Luxembourg inside centre there. He's back on his feet. And the referee pulls the game back, having played advantage. The Luxembourg player not rolling away at the ruck. And Poland with the resulting penalty kick for the territory, knowing they'll have the possession at the line out. Not as deep as they might have expected into the Luxembourg half. And a little bit of a slow start by Poland here. They'll look to build up some form of momentum as the game goes on. Luxembourg will look at where they can gain the chances on the attack. As Poland forming a maul there, testing this Luxembourg outfit out. Luxembourg much the lighter squad here. Poland certainly have the advantage there. The referee signalling the penalty. Entering from the side, the Luxembourg team. So here, potentially the Polish team can kick for their first points on the board. But they don't. They look for territory. They'll look to attack from the line out, knowing they'll have the possession. Poland will be a lot more confident now. If they can win this line out, they'll look to drive the Luxembourg forwards back towards their own try line. Their superior weight advantage of the pack. They'll look to test it once again. And Luxembourg already struggled at the last maul, entering from the side, which resulted in the penalty. And Poland here have gained possession of the ball from the line out. Luxembourg look to drive them into the touchline, often regarded as the 16th man. And Luxembourg win the turnover. Great defensive action by Luxembourg there. Poland will be disappointed that they haven't had the opportunity to utilise their forwards and test this Luxembourg defence out further. But Luxembourg still on their own goal line. Will look to kick this ball, as indeed the scrum half box kicks it just outside of the Luxembourg, but just on the Luxembourg 22. So the pressure's still on here. Poland will look for more of the same. Not so close to the goal line as before. But it will be take two for Poland. They'll look to win the line out. And as they do, they'll form a maul, just as they're doing here. Luxembourg, knowing that it's going to be a tough effort to keep this Polish side in an arm wrestle. And Luxembourg look to get hands over at the ruck, but they don't do that. The ball appeared to be out at the Luxembourg number 9, comes around the back, which he's fully entitled to do with the ball being out, but Poland still gaining possession. Slow ball. Seemed to be an early bind there by the Polish player. He should only be binding when he goes into contact. And Luxembourg look to grapple as Poland enter the Luxembourg 22. And now Poland look to play through hands. And as they look to play through hands, there's a knock on by Poland. And Luxembourg possession. Big heavy challenge. Few words between the players, but Luxembourg will take possession of the ball. So we're in the 14th minute here in the Stade de Luxembourg. Luxembourg reached into an early lead, which gives us the score of Luxembourg 5, Poland 0. And the referee having a few words with the Luxembourg fullback and left winger. But they will have possession at the scrum here, just on their own 22. Fintan Lawler stood back behind the scrum, hands ready, looking to take the ball. But Tony Drennan, the Luxembourg number 9, plays it out. And Hugo Bertani offloads back to Tony Drennan. Little pop passes there. High tackle mentioned by the referee there. Luxembourg had the advantage. A clear grab around the arm. Poland haven't been 10 metres. He should take it back here, the referee, really. But Luxembourg pushing towards the Polish 22. Ball in hand. Luxembourg looking to control the ruck there, winning the penalty. Liam Carroll ball carrying it in to make the Polish defenders there forced into an error, and Fintan Lawler directly in front of the posts, halfway between the 22 and the halfway line. We'll look to add 3 more points to the Luxembourg score chart here. This will suit Luxembourg. So far they faced up to the Polish heavier attack here. They've put points on the scoreboard and they'll look to keep that scoreboard ticking now. And off we go, it's a low kick. Which is not successful. Fintan didn't appear to catch that ball as he would have liked. It seemed to cut through the air and swing off to the left. So we'll have a 22 dropout for Poland. Seems to be some conversation here between the referee. So we have a break in play here. Time is off on the scoreboard. The referee is calling attention to the Rugby Europe officials, and he's not happy with the binding on the Polish player's left arm. I'm unsure whether there's some blood involved or whether it's the binding itself. And it would appear that the binding itself has something written on it, which the referee has called attention to and is requesting be covered up. I'm not seeing any actions where that could have been blood. But the Poland number 8 has been strapped back up, whatever that reason may have been. He strolls back into his 22 to join his teammates, and hopefully we will be able to restart with the Poland 22 dropout, which they do. Up to the Luxembourg 22, the ball into the 22, the Luxembourg scrum half looks to run it out, so we'll need to put it high in the air. The Luxembourg defence chase up, the Luxembourg scrum half himself nearly took it, but very difficult. The sun's still a little bit high in the air, which may cause these high balls some difficulty for the Luxembourg team. A little bit of a lift there, which the referee has signalled. Keeping close quarters on the Luxembourg offside line as well. And Poland with possession, play the ball into midfield through hands, and they go over to the left wing, trying to see if they can get an overlap here, but a great tackle by the Luxembourg defence there. Leon Carroll, the outside centre, inside centre, steaming across and puts the bear into touch. And the Poland player, as he lies in touch, will now receive some medical attention. So, Poland with possession, kick for territory, down the right wing. And we'll have a line out midway between the halfway line and the Luxembourg 22. So, Poland, currently a man down, receiving treatment on the far sideline there. Take the line out, gather the line out, look to play through the forward, number 8. Still ball in hand by the Polish, Luxembourg defence scurrying across. And there seems a little bit of a gap there, but Poland a little bit indisciplined with their handling there. It looked as if Poland may be able to push through with an overlap, but the ball handling, the pass went behind the running player. So ball into touch, Luxembourg will have a line out just inside their own half. So, at this stage last week, Luxembourg were a man down to a red card. And this time, they're a man up due to the Poland injury on the sideline there, as Luxembourg kick deep into the Polish 22, who will look to return the favour with a big kick. And Luxembourg, once again, this will be what they are looking for. They will look to kick for possession, kick for territory and gain the possession at the same time, and that's exactly what they've done here. They've kicked from their own half, and they'll look to take advantage of the possession now inside Poland's own half. And they gather the ball, Luxembourg, and they play it into their fly half onto Tony Drennan, the Luxembourg number 8. Luxembourg look to secure the heavy tackle by the Polish player there, which did appear to be head on head. The referee has his hand out. He's signalled that Luxembourg have the advantage, and if that was head on head, there may be repercussions as well for the Polish player. And we come back. The referee puts his hand in his pocket. The inevitable yellow card comes out for the Polish player. So, similar to last week, where in the 17th minute, a Luxembourg player, when tackling, made head contact with the Swedish player, resulting in Luxembourg having to play the rest of the match with 14 men. This time, deemed less an offence, there was head contact, so only a yellow card, but Poland will be down two 14 men for the next 10 minutes. And Luxembourg will look now to add insult to injury by adding another 3 points from the resulting penalty. Finton Lawler deciding to give up the kicking duty this time, handing the ball over it to his fullback, who did kick at least one penalty last week. A big high kick, but it seemed to be just wide of the posts from the angle I have here, so Luxembourg creating opportunities to keep the scoreboard ticking, but not taking those last two penalties. So instead of a potential scoreboard that could read Luxembourg 11, we have a scoreboard that reads Luxembourg 5, Poland 0. And once again, we'll have a 22 dropout from Poland, which they kick deep. And this time they don't reach the Luxembourg 22. It's gathered by the scrum half. Luxembourg kick high, and Luxembourg chase up to gather. And Finton Lawler gathers the ball. He kicks it on, but the referee has signalled an infringement by the Luxembourg players there. And the infringement by Luxembourg immediately wiped out by an infringement by Poland. So Luxembourg now, still with 8.5 minutes on the board, playing against 14 men, will really look to punish Poland here. Remember, this is a strong Polish side. If they win this game, they would go top of this Rugby Europe Trophy division. Luxembourg yet to register a victory themselves, but some very spirited performance nevertheless. This is a new division for Luxembourg, and they'll be looking to prove themselves, to prove that they should be here. And they gather possession, Luxembourg. They play it out into the backs. And Liam Carroll looks to play the ball out wide, and Luxembourg go out to the right wing, and they play very quickly, and a strong, powerful run, and Luxembourg go over at the corner on the right wing.
Luxembourg! 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 Oh! Luxembourg!
As we can hear from the stadium here in Luxembourg City, the home supporters going wild, ecstatic now that Luxembourg, having missed two penalties, but taking advantage of the Polish team being a man down, they sneak up to 10 points. And Luxembourg will look to stop the rot in their kicking record. From quite an undesirable angle out on the right wing, particularly for a right-footed kicker. Nevertheless, Luxembourg fullback waiting for the crowd to hush down, and he'll look to add 2 more points. It's high in the air, and yet again Luxembourg failing to add the points onto the board from the kick. But they'll be happy enough that as we enter the 24th minute, they're 10 points to the good against this strong Polish team. Poland seeming not to get into gear yet, seeming not to be clicking. They've looked to use their strength through the forwards in the maul. Luxembourg have managed to defend against it and put points on the board at the same time. But here we are now, inside the Luxembourg half, having gathered that dropout. It's Poland who have possession, and they will look together as they do, but they don't go into the maul. They play it out through hands, and they'll look to do more of that now through their centres. Luxembourg have the bit about their teeth now. The defence seems to be honest. There seems to be a head contact again there. As Poland swing the ball out to the left through the hands into the remaining sunny side of the pitch. Matt Dennis Soto, the Luxembourg prop, bringing down the Polish ball carrier. And Poland again losing control of the ball through their hands, but referee penalising Luxembourg here, and Poland won't waste any time. They'll look up at the scoreboard, they'll see that they have no points, and they'll just look to eke towards that Luxembourg 10-point margin. So, penalty Poland, right in front of the posts. The sun will be on the back of the kicker. Whether that's been a disadvantage to the Luxembourg kickers, I very much doubt it. It's quite a shaded half that the Luxembourg team are attacking. The sun is currently in the Luxembourg half, so it will be on the back of the Polish kicker, directly in front of the posts. And indeed, Poland take advantage of that error by Luxembourg, and they add 3 more points from the penalty. As we enter the 27th minute of this game, there still remains 3.5 minutes of the Polish sin bin player. And if Luxembourg will have been satisfied at adding a try, 5 more points in the absence of the Polish sin bin player, the Polish themselves will be more than happy that they've responded with a 3-point penalty. So currently, during this sin binning, Poland have only lost 2 points. Luxembourg with possession will look to change that. Playing through hands, through the Luxembourg forwards, but Poland now stealing the ball. Slightly high tackle there, referee being in the playback for a knock-on though. So, slightly longer break than we would expect to reset a scrum, but here we are. Poland in possession, they'll put in at the scrum. Once again, not happy the referee. And the scrum will be reset.
Guys, game plan!
Remember Poland earlier on in a very, very advantageous attacking position, failed to set their scrum correctly and were penalised by the referee. At this time they play it out through their number 8 off the base of the scrum, but Luxembourg tackling here. Poland looking now to build a pod of forwards supporting each other in contact. And then once again looking to get the ball wide, Poland. And once again, the pass goes awry. Technically not on the ball tonight, Poland yet. Luxembourg player down as Luxembourg played through hands. And they'll look to secure possession here. Luxembourg may do well to kick clear here. They have a man down on the pitch already. And indeed, that's exactly what they do. A ball high up into the air. 2 chasers. And Luxembourg look together. A little bit of a high tackle, but nothing unwarranted. But Liam Carroll, finger problem. Looks like a dislocated finger to me. Walking to the side of the pitch. Yeah. The Luxembourg inside centre. Liam Carroll dislocating his finger there as he went into contact. So Luxembourg essentially also a man down. As a high ball from Poland is gathered by the Luxembourg fullback and he collects it, but the Polish runner going high in there. And this will give the opportunity for Luxembourg to offer treatment to their inside centre. But the treatment is slow in coming. And finally, medical attention for the Luxembourg centre. If this is just a dislocation, and knowing Liam Carroll, he'll see if this can be popped back in. As Luxembourg kick deep into the Poland 22, they don't find touch. And this will be a running game now by Poland. Luxembourg will look to jackal over the ball there. And now Poland, once again, when they play the ball through hand, not accurate enough. Seeming that the support run is just too flat. It's not the first time. It's been 3 or 4 times now that Poland, when they do play that ball wide, don't maintain the momentum as Luxembourg look to chase down and Poland clear up to the Luxembourg half, gathered by the fullback of Luxembourg. He takes his time, returns the favour, deep into the Poland 22. No touch found, so this is becoming a strategic kicking game, looking for territory. Fintan Lulu will look together, and he gathers nicely. He turns his body and he sees a gap, but he doesn't manage to get the power on it. And the mark is called by the Polish defender in his own 22, and he'll just take time for his teammates to get back now. And he kicks to touch as the ball comes very close to myself in the stands here. Luxembourg line out, 1, and ball played out into the centre to Chobi Sweetnam. Penalty signal by the referee there, so Poland will have possession of the ball now. Luxembourg holding on in the tackle. The Luxembourg centre appears to be strapped up with his finger, and Poland don't find touch. And the Luxembourg winger there, Olsen, dummies and goes past the defender, and young Eddie Graybrook gathers a great grab and he's about to offload, and back in again by Luxembourg. A little bit of juggling, and Luxembourg pushing towards the try line now here. That was a great move by young Eddie Graybrook. The referee signals that there was a fault. There appears to maybe have been a knock on. There was a little bit of juggling, but that was great by the second row Luxembourg player there to gather the ball, to sprint forward, well supported. Unfortunately, just asking a little bit too much in the Polish defence. Gathering back, so Poland will have the line out still within their own half. So, line out Poland, gathered by the number 23, played into midfield. Luxembourg look to tackle over. Once again, it's Eddie Greybrook there trying to jackal as Poland play the ball through hands well this time. Less flat, quicker ball. This is what we'd expect from Luxembourg themselves. Now it's looking a little bit over to the right wing, the Polish right wing. Luxembourg defenders scrambling back. Seems to be some early binding there, but the penalty indicated by the referee will offer Poland the opportunity to play from here and attack the Luxembourg try line or kick for posts for another 3 points. The Luxembourg player going to the floor there, for which they were penalised, and Poland will look to add 3 more points to the board now. So, a tight, close game. Luxembourg, 2 scores, 2 tries, none converted. Poland, 1 penalty, successful. Second penalty. We're about to find out. But the kick is a little bit wild, dare I say. Hooked to the left of the Luxembourg post, so similar to Luxembourg with 2 earlier kicks themselves, albeit conversions, and not being able to add points to the board. Poland follow a similar pattern, and Luxembourg drop out from their own 22 into the Polish half. Poland looking to play through hand, looking a lot more dynamic and fluid in the last move, Poland, and they'll look for more of the same here. They're not using the power of their forwards each time. They're looking to get the ball out to the wing, which surprises me a little bit. But again, as earlier, when they do play the ball wide, Poland giving a technical handling error. This time knocking the ball on, resulting in a Luxembourg scrum just inside their own half, and we're in the 37th minute. And Luxembourg putting, gathered by Tony Drennan, the number 8. Out to his schoolboy teammate, Liam Carroll. The ball is lost in contact. And having gained possession, Poland, they also look at having a penalty in their pocket as the referee calls across the Luxembourg captain, Olsen, playing on the right wing, so he had a little bit of a stroll across the pitch to do there in order to speak to his teammates. And this time Poland kick a lot deeper. That's a lot deeper kick by Poland. Now they won't look to play the ball through hand. They've shown through their physical superiority that they like to maul it, and that's exactly what they're going to do here. They are only on the edge of the 22, but this is where they want to attack. They want to test this Luxembourg defence. The Luxembourg defence seems up for the mauls. They seem to know how to handle this Polish maul. And Poland reluctant to play the ball through hand when they're so close to the Luxembourg try line. Luxembourg player rolling away. I don't believe there's an advantage here, but Poland have the ball in possession in midfield, centrally. Luxembourg getting a bit desperate, being blown out there at the tackle. There seemed to be a head contact there on Eddie Greybrook by the Polish player. And the Luxembourg players congratulate each other. And with us being in the 39th minute now, Luxembourg camped inside their own 22. They'll look to get to half-time. There'll be 1 minute on the board left here. And this time they're penalised, Luxembourg. And the Polish players certainly won't want to go into half-time. They'll push this forward. Now they'll go for the posts. And remember, the last kick was very, very central. Hook to the left. I would not expect this to miss. So we'll just have time for this conversion, well, this penalty conversion. As a Polish player looks to take the time off the clock. And it will indeed be the last action of this first half. And it's a successful action for Poland. 3 more points on the board from that resulting penalty. It means we go into half-time here at the Stade de Luxembourg for this Rugby Europe Trophy Division match between Luxembourg and Poland, with the score Luxembourg 10, Poland 6.
Leave the ball here and go to the changing room. You've got sandwiches waiting for you. Hurry up. Come on, les gars. Au vestiaire. Il y a des sandwichs pour vous.
Paolo. Ciao Paolo, grazie. Grazie, mi piace. Up we go. Allez, hop. Guys, come up with the kicker. Up and line, you started. Yeah. Attends, Charlotte, attends. Allez, Chase. Chase, get it, yeah. Pusher. Go. Good right. Allez, good right. Down there. Bonne technique, Sylvain. Je crois qu'il te chambre. Allez. Déconcentré, hein. Oh là là. Wouhou! Respirer. T'es devant. Respirer. Breathe. Faut l'attendre, voilà.
One team is Luxembourg, the other one I have no idea. I don't know.
Une par poste, une par poste.
Who's on this side and three on the
Well done, Galila.
Well done, guys.
Like, did you see? I was like, because I didn't want to run. And then
So, as we look to start the second half of this Rugby Europe Trophy Divisional match between Luxembourg and Poland, we await the referee to give the green light for Poland to restart. The ball high in the air, gathered by Chobi Sweetnam, who's lining up at flanker alongside his brother Kai Sweetnam today. Brother Sweetnam, flankers for the night. And the ball high up, gathered by Olsen. And then taken by Liam Carroll, the Luxembourg inside centre, but with a foot in touch. Will result in Poland having possession at the line out, and immediately Poland on the edge of the Luxembourg 22. Both territory and now possession. So in fact it wasn't a foot in touch, it was a Luxembourg knock on, or maybe a Polish knock on, sorry, because it will be Luxembourg who will look to clear their ranks from their own 22 here. I'd fully expect this ball to go back to the hands of Fintan Lola, which wasn't the easiest catch to take, but indeed he gets his hand on the ball and clears it up close to the halfway line. As Callum Trees, the Luxembourg outside centre, chased up to ensure that Poland couldn't take the line out quickly, and Poland will be happy that when Fintan Lola took that kick for Luxembourg, he was outside his 22 and the ball went straight into touch. So we'll go back to the Luxembourg 22, and this time it will be Poland in possession as they knock the ball backwards, gathered by the Polish hooker. Poland go in midfield on the edge of the Luxembourg 22 still. They look to play it out wide. Will they have more success than in the first half when they do so? And they do. They maintain possession. Touch judge looking closely. Linesman looking to ensure that Luxembourg stay honest at the offside line. Jackling by the Luxembourg players, but Poland keep possession. Ball through hand this time into the left wing. Liam Carroll looks to jackal over, but the referee having none of the Luxembourg players' calls there, as Poland look to break through this Luxembourg defence, this broken play here. Luxembourg restructure the defence. Poland look to ball carry through the number 8. Still inside the Luxembourg 22, now to come into midfield, more central. Luxembourg struggling to bring the Polish second row down, and this looks very dangerous now for Luxembourg. Poland lining up their attack, looking to play through hand, juggling the ball a little bit. Not the best of technical handling by the Polish team thus far this evening, but they maintain possession, and that's all they'll care about right now, as they have one eye on that Luxembourg try line. And they look to bind on forward, and they're gradually pressing towards the Luxembourg try line, but there is a Polish player down on the floor. Poland, knowing this is a great position, look to drive over. They seem to get over the line there. The ball must be held up, or it's just short, and they seem to dive over, but this time they were short, and Poland score. 5 points on the board again now for Poland, and they will edge into the lead. Luxembourg 10, Poland 11. And now we'll see if our kicking game is back on track for this second half. Number of missed kicks in that first half. No sun coming down, the sun has gone low, there's no sun on the pitch anymore, and there's a slight breeze in the air. But once again, I would not expect the Polish inside centre to have any problem with this kick. And with that successful kick by Poland there, converting their try, it's a Polish team that are the first to exhibit their credentials in this second half, moving into a 10-13 lead here in the Stade de Luxembourg. Temperatures are getting a little bit cooler now, and as I said, a slight breeze coming through the air. The Luxembourg restart goes high in the air. Luxembourg appear to have gathered, and they'll play through their front row forwards here. And now they'll swing it out to the left wing, Liam Carroll. Luxembourg centre, ball carrying into contact. Luxembourg control the ruck. And with the Polish defence rushing up there, Luxembourg have no option but to play the ball in the air, and Luxembourg will look together over here, but they release, and Poland look to force forward. They're lining up their players on the far right hand side there. There's no disguising where this ball is going, and indeed they break through, and Poland have cut through. He has one man to beat, it's Fintan Lawler, and he plays it. It looked like a forward pass. The referee's having none of it, and Luxembourg are defending here for their lives in their own 22. But they've thwarted it, and it seems to be that the Polish player, once going to ground, holding onto the ball, and Luxembourg really got away with it there. The Polish looked as if they'd broken through. They'd found a gap. They had one man to beat. It was Fintan Lawler. Fintan Lawler made his tackle. Luxembourg gathered the ball, forced the error from Poland, won the penalty, and now, with the resulting kick, pushed the territory back to the halfway line. 50-50 territory, but vitally possession in Luxembourg hands. And the line out, a little bit messy there, gathered by Luxembourg, but it won't be as clean as they'd like. They do still have possession, but they'll have to box kick this now. high into the Luxembourg sky, gathered by the Polish defender, chased by Hugo, the left winger of Luxembourg, chasing that ball down. And Poland, ball carrying in their own 22. All the Polish players lined up on the left here. They've got plenty of overlaps here. They'll look to take advantage of numbers, but they'll cut in to midfield. Luxembourg will look to win back possession. It's a little bit scrappy. The referee had his hand out there. He does have his hand out. He's signalling a Polish penalty. And indeed, he'll go back for the penalty here. So, a little bit messy there. No clear chance. Luxembourg pressing with the possession into Polish territory, but Poland seemingly to have numbers over. And now they'll look to kick this ball into the Luxembourg half, but it's not going to make touch, I don't believe. It just makes touch. The Luxembourg fullback attempting to jump up and keep the ball in touch. And he wasn't far, but they just make touch, the Polish team. So now, Poland have what they want. They have the territory, they have the possession. They'll look to cleanly take this. Their backs lined up. They shaped to go for a maul, but they went out back to their number 8. Luxembourg having to defend here. Poland looking to exert some pressure and energy with their superior weight advantage, and that's what they're doing at the moment. And they look as if they're looking to find holes that might just be about to appear. But Luxembourg, no. Just as I say that, just as Poland were looking to find a gap through the Luxembourg defence closes up, forces the error from Poland, and they will now have possession. They will kick to touch. And we'll have a touch. Line out. Not the deepest kick from Luxembourg. They've not gained an awful lot of metres there. They're just outside their own 22. Luxembourg second row, Eddie Greybrook. Down for treatment there, back on his feet now. Luxembourg will look to have a clean line out this time, which they do. And the ball is in the hands of Chobi Sweetnam, who looks to charge down the Polish defenders. And he does, and it's a box kick again, high in the air. Luxembourg players chasing it down. Olsen, right winger, looks to gather. And it looks as if Luxembourg have jackled that ball, but they just don't manage to get hands long enough on the ball to gain possession, force the penalty from Poland. And Poland go to the right wing. They play it through hands, and their technical skills are showing a lot better in the handling area now. Poland looking a different team than the first half, dare I say. They were being let down technically with those handling skills, and now they seem a lot more. They seem to have a lot more rhythm as the scrum half of Poland plays the ball out wide. The Luxembourg left winger plays it in front, prevents it from going into touch. And the Luxembourg fullback screeches forward, scarpering down the field. Luxembourg now, they'll look to play it into the central midfield area through hands, and they're playing it through hands, and then they're looking to pass off to their forwards, and this is successful. This is a different game from the first half. Seemed to be a slightly high grab there by the Polish defender. Luxembourg line running a little bit flat in attack there, and the Luxembourg right winger Olsen barges into the 22, and it's Luxembourg now on the attack. All the way from their own 22. They've pushed this forward. They've gone through ball in hand. This seems to be where they want to play. They seem to want to keep the continuity of the ball, but they've let themselves down, just as Poland were doing earlier in the game. And Poland kicked forward. They did have the advantage. The referee had signalled the advantage there, and he'll come back for it. So, as we were So, Water Boys enter the pitch. And this remains a close game. Second half, Poland have put the points on the scoreboard. The fluidity seems to have changed a bit. It's less static than the first half. The dynamic seems to have improved by both teams. But it's Poland who have put the points on the board that have seen them edge forward into a 10-13 lead. And it's Poland that will have possession in their own 22 here. So, the knock-on from Luxembourg, resulting in a scrum just inside the Poland 22. The Luxembourg backs looking to put pressure on Poland when that ball comes out. The Luxembourg fly half and full back deep inside their own half. And again, as so often has happened this evening, Poland go through their number 8. And it was great work by the Luxembourg scrum half to jackal over and win possession of the ball, but the referee had indeed already signalled an advantage to Poland, and he will go back to that play. And we've just seen Luxembourg replace their second row, Eddie Greybrook, and Poland themselves have a player down on the pitch. As we enter now in the 54th minute, the likelihood of more finishes for this game. So great work by the scrum half there to have locked the ball up, but he wasn't to know that at that moment there was an advantage being played. There will be disappointment. Poland have pushed the ball further upfield, over the halfway line. The Luxembourg hooker receiving some treatment, seemingly an ankle issue, some strapping on the boot. And it's a 3-point game. We're in the 55th minute. It's a close game. It seems Poland have come out and are more willing to use their forward power in the second half once they get towards that Luxembourg 22 as they collect the line out, which the referee is not happy about, and will result in now a word from the referee to the Poles to give an explanation as the Luxembourg players tap each other on the back, and it will result in a Luxembourg line out. So Luxembourg buoyed there by the overturn by the referee. Further replacement for Poland here as well, fresh legs on the pitch, and immediately he goes into the line out, which Luxembourg look to gather, but they don't. Poland win the ball, knocking it back, and they play it into midfield. Not the easiest ball to play, but they do have men over, but they don't go out wide. They look to clear up the ball, and in doing so they managed to give away possession to Luxembourg, who kicked the ball deep into the Polish half. Poland look to run it, and indeed they'll need to offload here as Luxembourg look to jackal. Would Poland do well there to get the ball away on the edge of their own 22, and this time they will kick, and And they'll kick for touch. It goes deep back into the Luxembourg 22. Gathered by the scrum half. High kick. Gathered by the Polish right wing there. And again, as a lot of this play today for Poland, again it goes through the number 8. Luxembourg looking to hold the player up. Once again, advantage Poland. The referee will take play back. Now we're seeing a number of players on their knees. Luxembourg fullback just gets back up, seemed just to be resting from that phase of play. Similar for 2 of the Polish players, who will start to get tiredness at this stage of the game. Poland clear to touch. It's a very, very close game in this Rugby Europe trophy division. There's only 3 points between Luxembourg and Poland, with the advantage to Poland. Poland having beat the Czech Republic and Croatia previous to this game. Luxembourg having drawn with Croatia, lost to Sweden last week, and themselves having lost to the Czech Republic, and also initially in Lithuania. It seems to tell the story of the division. The division looks as if it's split into 2 mini leagues, 3 at the top, 3 below. And while Poland are looking at moving top of the division, Luxembourg, currently being bottom, are showing that there's only a 3-point difference at this stage in the game. As Poland push once more towards the Luxembourg 22. They play it through hands once again, expectedly to their number 8, who they're using as a battering ram now. And now to go out to the left wing. Poland do have numbers, and they do have a very quick and agile left winger here who's trying to dance around. It's into the second row now. And Poland coming very central through the number 10. Luxembourg will need to be very careful. They'll need to structure their defence. Poland holding their own here, holding the line, using the strength of the new legs that have just come on the pitch. And Luxembourg got to be careful of the overlap. There was an attempted interception by the Luxembourg left wing. The referee seems to have nodded an advantage there of a knock-on. Hopefully for Luxembourg it wasn't deemed cynical. He did appear to be looking for more of a interception than a cynical knockdown. And Poland again over on the right wing, looking to push numbers through. Luxembourg looking to stay true in their defensive line and jackling over when they can, but Poland doing well to control these rucks, and they're edging towards that try line. And not only are they edging towards that try line, they're edging very centrally. And Luxembourg not releasing the player here. Will be very careful not to give too much away, which would result in them losing a man. So, Poland, decision time. Poland given time to decide on kicking for the posts or running for the try line, as Luxembourg replaced Denis Logelan, their prop forward. Luxembourg players complaining to the referee about the time. Referee indicating that time is off on the clock. Finally, a decision seems to have been made. The Poland will kick to the posts. try to add another 3 points once the tea arrives on the pitch. Which was a fairly straightforward kick for Poland, resulting in Luxembourg 10, Poland 16. Luxembourg still within a score in this game, but they'll want to show something more now. Tiredness will creep in. Will Poland show their power in these closing minutes? Will Luxembourg show their agility, their dynamics, their speed, their technical handling ability? So Poland winning this second half, winning the game overall, but crucially winning this second half. Luxembourg yet to score points in this second half. And the longer that goes on, the more frustration that will grow. But they are still within one score of this strong Polish side, and that will give them some optimism. But the Polish scrum pushes Luxembourg back there, and they play through their back line, and there seems to be an overlap here. Poland seemingly not content to play through midfield through their forwards, but not looking all that sure in their handling when they do play it out wide. Looking far stronger when they go centrally down the pitch. And again, drop balls and a knock on, surely. And this time the referee signals a penalty to Poland in what could be a crucial moment in the match. A very, very crucial moment now in this game. We have 20 minutes left on the clock, but Matthew Dennis Soto, the Luxembourg prop, has just been banished from the pitch with a yellow card, and he will sit pitch side for 10 minutes, meaning Luxembourg will have to contend with 14 men. Not that they're not used to it. Last week they tested those waters already, but Poland will look to extend the lead beyond one converted score with this penalty attempt. And now the kicking game is certainly kicking in for the Polish at least, as they extend their lead to 9 points over Luxembourg, and they maintain a one-man advantage for these next 10 minutes, and this could be telling. Luxembourg showed spirit last week against Sweden. They scored the last try. They seem to have energy. They seem to want to show what they were made of. And now this is crucial that they start to develop some play, to be inventive, to try something new. And the referee signals a penalty to Luxembourg, and this will be the attempt of Luxembourg. This will be where they can put their hand on the ball and try something new, but it's going to be a kick to touch. And Luxembourg will be inside the Polish 22. Polish players having a word with the referee. And Luxembourg will look for clean ball from their forwards here in the line out. Clean ball. Get the ball out to Fintan Lawler at number 10 and attack with their backs. But no, they don't. They look to force forward through their forwards. The referee has called play back. It seemed to be a very quick play there by Luxembourg. They seemed to catch everybody unawares. It looked as if it was going to be a successful, quick-witted play by the young Luxembourgish team.
Stefano's going to go on the first scrum. No. Stefano needs to go on.
Referee indicating that replacements to take place.
Stefano! Let's go! Johnny! So he's on attack. Stefano. Low. Stefano. Low. As low as possible. Wait.
So, as one of the Sweetnam brothers, Choby Sweetnam, exits the pitch, Luxembourg themselves put fresh pair of legs into the fray. Still have a little over 7 minutes of the sin binning of the Luxembourg prop. Luxembourg will mind less about that so long as they're this deep in Polish territory. But this is where they want to stay, and they'll want to win back possession. Poland showing their strength in the scrum, pushing Luxembourg back, playing it out into the middle now. Quick chip over the top, gathered by Poland. Backdoor pass, and he steams through, and Poland are attacking here. Poland have players, they have numbers, but Luxembourg defence stands true. Poland showing that they themselves are looking to find space. They're not content to play forward play as I expected they might have done. Luxembourg knock on just outside their own 22. Things are just not slipping into place for Luxembourg. Poland are gradually probing, looking for the gaps. They've got some fast players as well, these Poles. They're not just a strong unit in their forwards. They have an all-round game, and they're looking to exert that. It's interesting to see that they can play through the forwards, but they want to release that ball into their backs. And it is probing that has seen them into a 9-point advantage. And things just slipping a little bit for Luxembourg. With just over 15 minutes of the game left. And it seems that the next score will be vital. Luxembourg score next. We'll certainly have a game on. If Poland score next, it looks as if it could be a long way back for this Luxembourg Red Lions. And scrum. Referee not happy with the scrum again. There's been a number of reset scrums in this game. Often to the advantage of Luxembourg, but this second half has seen Poland exert their strength, exert their technique, and manage to drive the Luxembourg pack backwards before either releasing their number 8 or putting the ball through hand. So replacements for Luxembourg. Seems to be a replacement at fullback. Luxembourg fullback off. Fintan Lola, the Luxembourg fly half, seems to have slipped back into fullback. Hugo Bettani seems to have gone in at 10. And we have a new winger for Luxembourg on the pitch. And similar to the first half, Luxembourg gained the advantage from the Polish scrum. The referee signalling another error by Poland in that aspect of the game. So, Fintan Lola looked as if he was slipping to fullback. Kicks the ball high, chased down by the winger with fresh feet. Luxembourg kicked the ball forward. Noe Tropianis tried to get onto the ball. Luxembourg on the edge of the Polish 22. But Poland have possession. They'll look to drive it through their forwards. There seemed to be an early bind again. The referee not calling the early bind, it would see. And Poland clearing from the 22. But not gaining much territory. So, over to Luxembourg. Line out. They've had a line out stolen before. First phase of this play will be make sure you maintain possession. They do. They play it wide, but it's a knock-on, and there's frustration by the Luxembourg number 9 as he knocks the ball forward and swings a foot at it. Like I said a few minutes ago, small errors from Luxembourg, things just not going right. Poland, more than a score ahead, happy to take possession back with the scrum. And generally it's been one of two things by a Polish scrum. It's either been an error resulting in a Luxembourg penalty, or, as they do now, driving the Luxembourg pack backwards, which they do. And they drive forward into the Luxembourg half. They look to secure ball, which they do. It's not the quickest ball in the world, but it is in Polish hands at the moment. That's a forward pass from me. And the referee signals that as well. So Poland, as we've seen this evening, when Poland try to get that ball out wide, their support runners appear flat. And now, as we see from that last action, only a forward pass could find his man. So we'll have a scrum Luxembourg. Polish players taking drinks. Luxembourg water boys a little bit slow at the uptake. Short break in play here. Time is off on the clock. 68 minutes and 24 seconds. Time for some invention from this Luxembourg side to narrow that gap, currently at 9 points. Referee checking the binds. Doesn't seem the best from where I'm standing, but the Polish drive Luxembourg back, gain possession at the base of that scrum, and ball went backwards as it was lost by the Polish ball carrier. Once again, Luxembourg have lost the possession. Not in an attacking position right now, and Poland looking to find gaps, but heavy challenges by Luxembourg, and Poland will come again, and now it's turning physical. Now it's turning into the arm wrestle that Luxembourg don't want to get involved with. Poland would be more than happy to close out this game in an arm wrestle. Luxembourg need the invention. Poland tried to play the ball quickly, and just as Callan-Trees picks up the ball, he had a free run at the try line, and the referee calls him back for a knock-on. It did look as if the Luxembourg outside centre Callan-Trees was destined to jump over that Polish try line. He certainly wasn't going to be caught by any defenders. The referee signalling the knock-on. So, sporadic play here. Broken game time. Set pieces after set pieces. Not a lot of continuity. As we are about to enter the last 10 minutes of this game, it remains a 9-point advantage for Poland. The game is there to be won by either team. But even more before, that next score is the important factor right now. Polish flanker going off his feet, not binding, rejoining the maul. The referee hand outstretched as he has a lot tonight, signalling an advantage to Poland. And Luxembourg just running the ball out into the corner. And this looks ominous now for Luxembourg. The game has gone a little bit dead. They need something to lift them, Luxembourg. Poland will just look to gather ball and punish the Luxembourg defence. But Luxembourg back to a full complement. Matthew Denisotto, prop forward, will rejoin. It may change the dynamic of the scrum. Poland push forward and they score another try, and that is a vital try. That pushes Poland out further into the lead now. And while Luxembourg had just got their man back to go 15 against 15, Poland pushed the scoreboard forward. And it's Luxembourg 10, Poland 24. There, the conversion attempt. Wide on the right by Poland. The ball seems to sail right over the posts. Disheartening for Luxembourg. More substitutes. Finishers entering the pitch. Eager young men entering the pitch for Luxembourg, looking to change this score. A 16-point score seems out of their reach at this moment, but they play the ball through hand. A little bit flat there, the pass, but Luxembourg look to push towards the 22, and they go over. They look to control now the ruck, and this is where Luxembourg need points. They need points quickly. They need to make something of this game. They need to release the ball, and they do so. Yara Katima pushing forward. His teammates bind onto him. They look to secure once again the ball. Poland look to strip the ball from the Polish players there, but no, it's out. And Luxembourg will look to line up their backs. They go through the forwards in the end. Kai Sweetenham there, ball carrying. Very difficult play, but the ball is out to Callum Trees on the right wing. And now Luxembourg will look to draw defenders. And he does signal that there's no rolling away, so this will be to Luxembourg's advantage. We're into the last 6 minutes. And Luxembourg kick into touch. 16 points being more than 2 scores, more than 2 converted tries in this game. But Luxembourg will not give up. As they showed against Sweden last week, Luxembourg fight to the end. They look to put points on the board even when they're down.
Watch the wind, Tom!
And at the moment they're down. They have 5 minutes left. 5 minutes left, but that won't stop them. Here we go, line out. Luxembourg, they don't gather. The ball is up for grabs. Poland look to get ball on hand. Luxembourg gather, and the ball is out, and the referee signals yet another stoppage in play. The referee signals time off.
Jump in front!
So, further substitutions by Poland. Looking up to shore this defensive action and close out the last 4.5 minutes left on the clock. Luxembourg, remember, would have to score 2 converted tries and a penalty to overturn this lead. Seemingly impossible. As Poland put into the scrum inside their own 22. And the handling not so great from the Polish player there, and Luxembourg look to rip the ball away, and Poland will play this through their forwards, ball carrying in. Luxembourg will look to bind their time. Jackal over. Again, Poland sensing the time on the clock, winding the clock down, waiting for the Luxembourg error, and immediately it comes. Poland, opportunity to clear their ranks. Opportunity to gain territory into the Luxembourg half, closer to the halfway line. And now with 3.5 minutes left. The challenge for Luxembourg is similar to last week. Play for pride. Remember, all 10 points of Luxembourg came in the first half. They won't want to go a second half with 8 points. Disappointment on the face of Chobi Sweetenham as he goes off the pitch. And Poland gather the ball at the line out. Over halfway line. Back into their own half through hands. Luxembourg look to chase up the pitch. Chop tackling at the Polish feet, but Poland unfazed. Now they're not playing the ball through hand quite so much as they were willing to earlier. Now they're looking to keep the possession through their forwards. And just as I say that, there seemed to be a high tackle. The referee indicates that it was on his arm, nothing wrong. So Luxembourg gained possession and swing it back the other way. And just as they swing it back the other way, there's a knock on by Luxembourg. But the kick from Luxembourg gives Poland possession just inside the Luxembourg half. Gathered now as we enter the last 2 minutes of the game. Luxembourg still tackling, still showing what they're made of. They were lacking a little bit of inventiveness this evening compared to past matches. They seem more stable. They seem to keep this strong Polish team at bay for the majority of the game. Albeit now there is a 16-point difference between the two teams. And again, the linesman's outstretched hand indicates knock on Luxembourg. Scrum putt in Poland, and we'll enter the last minute with Poland more than likely content to keep possession, but I'd expect that they would try to put this game even further out of reach of Luxembourg. It's already out of reach. It's now questionable about what will happen in this last minute. So, a quieter Luxembourg stadium here, but yet the supporters still cheer on their players for this last 15 seconds. And Poland don't wish to give them anything. They drive the scrum back. And again, the referee, outstretched hand. Nothing going towards Luxembourg. Everything in the hands of Poland. Control personified. And now it's a question of what the Polish do in what will be the last action. Very broken second half. No fluidity, no continuity. The dynamics change from the first half. Luxembourg seemed to lack that inventiveness. And Poland just appeared to have a little bit more of a overall game that has seen the score on the board in what will be the last action read Luxembourg 10, Poland 26. Poland driving the scrum towards the Luxembourg try line. The ball will go out. It's in hands in the Polish back line. They're in the Luxembourg 22. They want more points. A very tough game for Luxembourg. Poland may have been a bit surprised, although if they'd have seen the game last week against Sweden, they would have known what Luxembourg are capable of. But this game will see Poland go to the top of this Rugby Europe trophy division. going into a very big game against Sweden next week, which if they manage to get points from that game will really cement them at the top. This being Poland's only 4th game of this division. And Luxembourg appear to have taken another card. Which is a little bit of an insult to injury at this time in the game, as Matthew Dennis Soto is dismissed from the pitch and attempted to make his way to the changing rooms. Knowing that this game is about to finish. The game's, in all honesty, died out within those last 5 minutes. The referee signalling scrum after scrum to Poland. Poland not able to push through the Luxembourg defence. And Luxembourg have been organised and tied in defence all evening, but the last 5 minutes has been a little bit dull, to be honest. There seems to be a lot more talking around the pitch than playing of rugby. We have 81 minutes and 50 seconds on the scoreboard. And we seem to be ready more for post-match interviews at this stage than playing rugby on the pitch.
Qu'est-ce que tu vas faire, Big Man? Vas-y, vas-y. Ouais, vas-y. Ouais, vas-y. Tu veux pas ça? Please, 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 please.
So, what appears to have maybe been a little bit of a contentious issue on the benches, not between each other, has resulted now in the ball coming out to Poland. In possession of the ball, finally some action after that stoppage, as Poland look to score under the Luxembourg posts, if they bring it more centrally, but I fear the referee may signal another knock on here, although his hands have remained low. Luxembourg look to gain possession, but 82 minutes 34 seconds on the scoreboard, and Poland spreading it out now, out to the left, then back inside with the ball, dodging tacklers, no tackle held. Luxembourg need to respect. And Poland looking to be inventive here. They have an overlap, but Polish player tried to do it on his own. He should have possibly offloaded there. That could have been another 5 points in their favour, but they are on the cusp of going over the try line, and indeed Poland do go over, and finally in that dull phase of play, with scrum after scrum, very little happening for a while due to some sideline issues. Poland go over, and what should surely be last action in this game, conversion attempt. So, Poland looking to have the final say in this game. They've had the only say in the second half. And they do add the conversion, successful conversion. Polish players congratulate each other. Luxembourg players can be proud of themselves. But the second half was all Poland. Luxembourg failing to put points on that second half. Going down to 14 men for 10 minutes didn't help. And what was expected as a stronger Polish side coming out victorious, questioned by Luxembourg in the first half, has resulted in the victory for Poland here in the Stade de Luxembourg.
30 minutes dans les pénaux.